You gotta help me with this dating thing. I mean, I just keep dating these sleazy people.
Careful. I'm one of those sleazy people.
That was a long time ago.
Okay, I was making a joke and now it's getting weird.
Yeah, you're my therapist.
Right.
Seriously though, you gotta help me. Okay, well, how are you usually meeting people? Dating apps, mostly.
Dating apps?
You meet people on dating apps? What's wrong with dating apps?
Nothing, it's just beyond my generation.
So what do you usually look for in people when you meet people on these dating platforms? I usually look for if people have attractive hands.
Attractive hands?
You can tell a lot about a person from someone's hands.
Hi, nice to meet you. Can I see your hands?
Okay, I'm not that obvious about it. Usually you just take a quick glance down at someone's hands, like a quick peek, nice and stealthy when they're not looking. Or if you can get the good old handshake, you can usually get a pretty good eye shot on whether or not someone has attractive hands. I've been a therapist for about 25 years, and I've never heard of this.
What?
Looking at people's hands. Am I wrong? Well, you're not going to meet your future wife by looking at her hands.
I'm not?
No. Well, I also read their bio. Well, here's the thing about that. A person's bio is mainly going to consist of a person's conscious interpretation of themselves.
Right. Is that a bad thing?
Well, it's not a very accurate indication of who they are. In general, about 95% of a person's personality is subconscious thoughts, behaviors, feelings, and patterns. About 5% of their personality is conscious. An easy way to think of this is what they say is their conscious mind, what they do is their subconscious, which leads me to the thing about dating. Watch what they do, don't listen to what they say.
Watch what they do.
Yes. You mean like their hands when they're talking? No, we're not talking about people's hands anymore. Stop looking at my hands. What I mean is that if you're dating someone and you guys are hitting it off, and hey, you guys both like Leonardo da Vinci, you guys both like Leonardo DiCaprio, and you both like cheese, but that doesn't mean that you guys are going to have a successful relationship. When I say watch what they do, for example, what's their relationship with their exes? What's their relationship with their friends? Do they have friends? Do they tend to keep friends, or do they constantly get new friends? Do they eat cake? Do they take care of their pets? How much empathy do they show to you and the people around them? Are they bad drivers? Do they have a dog, or do they have a cat? Does that really matter? It matters. Are they able to disagree with you and still have respect for you? Do they eat cake? I think I get the idea. The point is, what they talk about and whether or not they like cats is not a huge indication of who that person is. So what? I'm supposed to just observe all this like early on in the dating process? You're supposed to observe this over time in a platonic sort of a way before you date. Platonically. You mean like friends? Yes. Friends first, then date. What about the friend zone? No, don't worry about the friend zone. The friend zone is usually a term that is used as an excuse not to date someone they weren't going to date in the first place, or during the course of their friendship, they learn something about that person or behaviors that they have that makes them realize they wouldn't be compatible for a relationship. That doesn't mean they can't be friends, though. This brings me back to the original point I was trying to make. If you get to know someone as a friend for months or years, it gives you a chance to get to know that person in a friendship setting, which gives you the chance to learn that person's not so conscious behaviors and tendencies. And if you still respect them and still find yourself attracted to them after you already know about this person's flaws and unconscious crap, Then you can proceed to dating. So I've got a question. What if I meet somebody online through a dating app or social media or something, and we talk or we text for like maybe even months, maybe even years, and then we decide to meet in person and date? Well, keep in mind that when you're texting someone, it's a much more filtered conversation than when you're talking in person. Because that person gets a chance to read and revise what they are writing before they send it, you're more so getting to know that person's conscious filtration system more than their day-to-day personality. So you're saying not to use dating apps. You can use dating apps. You can do whatever you want. I'm just saying keep in mind what I've already said. Right. Which is, what I'm trying to tell you about relationships is that if you want a long-lasting relationship, it's most likely going to come from friendship first. One of the main reasons why you keep having crummy relationships is because you get into the dating phase too quickly before you really know who that person is, and then when you find out that you don't really like who that person is 6 months down the road, it breaks off. Long-lasting relationships are always founded in friendship and respect first, then physical attraction. This is because physical attraction will vary over time, and if you're friends with that person and genuinely respect that person, then that will usually outweigh the physical attraction that's varying over time. Well, sounds like you know the experience. Nope, never been married. Oh. Well, I know it's none of my business, but don't you have a son? Yes, I do. I adopted him. I got bored when I was in my 30s. He does look a lot like you. Yep. So that's just a coincidence? Nope. So is he... Well, it looks like we're just about running out of time. Let me know how it goes and I'll see you next week.